why Higgs mechanism is a wrong concept. If you go in details about the idea of Higgs field and Higgs boson, the original idea was that there exists some field and some particles interact with this field and other particles does not interact with this field. The particles that interact with this field, they slow down and they get inertial mass. So the idea of Higgs mechanism was that there is some field in the universe that gives particle inertial mass. So what does it mean? Proton interacts with Higgs field and proton has inertial mass, and photon does not interact with Higgs field and photon has no inertial mass. The problem here was and still today is that in the mainstream physics we do not distinguish between inertial mass and rest mass. Inertial mass and rest mass are two different phenomena. Inertial mass is a property of a rest mass to move in the direction that it moves forever or to be still in the place where it is. Okay. This is inertial mass. Inertial mass is a physical property of a given particle or physical object and is not rest mass. This is a very, very important to understand. Let's have a look. Here we have an object. Okay. This object, let's say that this object is in the interstellar space. Now what happened? That this object is diminishing energy density of superfluid vacuum exactly for the amount of its energy. Okay? You can see in the previous videos the formula. That's why the superfluid space vacuum is pushing towards the center of this object, because density here is lower and density here is bigger. And this pushing force of space is inertial mass. Okay, so the bigger is this mass, the bigger will be this pushing force and the bigger will be inertial mass. And inertial mass and gravitational mass have the same origin. So the idea that there is some field that gives particle mass should be today also precise, that there is some field that gives particles inertial mass. Okay, because according to the mass energy equivalence principle, every physical object, every particle has inherent energy and mass. Okay, there is no particle or field that could give particles their mass. You understand me? That's a false idea. And now we have this Higgs boson that should be a proof for the Higgs field, and the proton is made out of gluons and quarks, and Higgs field interacts only with quarks, and quarks are 1% of the proton energy. So the whole thing is totally pointless. And Higgs boson is nothing more than one of these sparkles, which actually, when we collide protons, this sparkle is jumping out of this crash and turning immediately back into superfluid space. There is no Higgs boson in the universe. Higgs boson is man-made particle. It's not even particle. It's man-made sparkle. And that's why it is extremely important that we understand what is mass, what is relativistic mass, what is inertial mass, what is gravitational mass. Okay. Because what is a relativistic mass? When the particle or a physical object is moving with a high speed, the interaction with the superfluid space is stronger. Okay, some of the energy of the space get into interaction with the physical object that is in high motion. And this is the kinetic energy of the physical object or elementary particle. Okay, and let's say when high object that is moving with high speed is crashing the wall, then this kinetic energy, that is actually the energy of the superfluid space, which is condensed, which is integrated in this object, is shown, is manifested then as a thermal energy, as a light. Okay, where something crashes very fast, you have a heat, you have a light. So the kinetic energy is transformed back into electromagnetic energy, which is actually the energy of the superfluid space. So I believe that the cyclotron physics has no big future, and Higgs boson is non-existent. Higgs boson can be produced in the cyclotron, but it has no existence in the physical universe.